everybody, and welcome to episode 100 of your favorite movie review podcast, Is It Kino? I am, as always, except for once in a while when I'm not, your host, Monkey Jones, joined mostly always by Mr. E. Rich McCoy.
Am I Cobb? Or who am I?
Oh no, we're blasting all the way back to episodes 1 and 2, back before you weren't even a glimmer in my eye.
That's right.
No concept of rich, bitch. The words soy and cuck, those words weren't even in my vocabulary before I met you, rich.
Yeah, that probably wasn't even on my mind in any way that cuck would be what I'd be known by.
Your identity would change forever to be associated with food products that do not include meat. No testosterone allowed is what you find.
No. Yeah, low test.
Now, E-Rich, this episode is titled, Is It Kino? Is It Kino? We need to decide once and for all whether or not this show is Kino.
Oh.
And, in addition, I've got one quick Is It Kino trivia game planned for both E-Rich and the audience to play along at home. And I made a video saying, hey folks, we're doing episode 100, we want to celebrate, send in your voicemails. E-Rich, here's a fun piece of trivia guessing game for you. How many emails voicemails do you think I received in my email inbox?
I'm gonna go on the low side. What I imagine the low side is about 20. We got about 20 of them.
20?! E-Rich! You underestimate the autism of this fan base. I got 175. Right.
Oh my God! Jesus Christ!
And unfortunately, I didn't realize that there were an extra 80 in my inbox until right before we started recording. So the second half I didn't even have a chance to listen to, which is why I think I'll listen to them later on, and we can always play them at the end of future episodes, so they won't go to waste.
Wow.
But I went through and listened to the first 80, and I picked out a whole bunch that I thought we should play for this special episode 100, and to classify them, I wrote down sort of vague names. So the way that we're going to decide which ones to listen to is I'm going to post a list of the names here, and E-Rich will decide which voicemail we listen to based on the title that I gave it.
Oh, excellent. I love this.
I'll post that right here real quick. You can read through them out loud.
Okay. So the names that I can choose from are... Is Hates Monkey and E-Rich the category, or is that one of the names?
That's just the name.
Okay. Hates E-Rich and Monkey, Cancerous Mole, Feature-Length Film, ? Hentai Man Calls E-Rich Cuck, that's my current frontrunner. Turkey Tom, I feel like I should know him. Biggest Fan, How Did We Meet, ? Brazil Fan, holy shit, we have a fan in Brazil?
Who knows? Who knows what the vague title of Brazil fan could possibly mean?
What does Kino mean to you, ? Trump 2020.
That's gonna be a good one.
Snake, E-Rich Review, Masturbation King, and Typical Fan. Huh.
I think to start off, before we do the trivia game, and before we decide if we're Kino, let's do a few voicemails to start off. We'll disperse them evenly throughout the show. Which one do you want to start off with?
Let's start with Trump 2020.
Wow, okay. He wants to eat his vegetables before it gets to dessert.
Right, before I get to the part I like.
All right, here's the link. Let's click on it in 3, 2, 1.
All right.
So,
it has yet to play.
Is It Kino started in 2016?
Right?
No, mine started. Okay, let me know when to start.
All right, so I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1.
So, Is It Kino started in 2016, which means that episode 200 could be in 2020. So my question is, if Trump is re-elected, will E-Rich legally change his name to E-Bitch McSoy?
All right, so I think that's a really good question. I think
will you change your name to E-Bitch McSoy?
E-Bitch McSoy. So in 2020, if Trump is elected, if Trump is still president before 2020,
calm down.
Is the biggest question I have. But if he is reelected in 2020 and we're doing episode 200, I will make that promise. In 2020...
You will legally change your name?
I will legally change my name to E-Rich McSoy if Trump wins the election. Now, I know that in the past, people who prognosticate against Trump have gotten in trouble. Because
every single
stage, At every stage, it's been, oh no, there's no way he'll be the Republican candidate. Oh no, there's no way he'll possibly win the election. Oh no, there's no way he'll still be president a year in. It just keeps going. So I feel like this is really tempting fate here. But yes, if Trump is reelected in 2020, you will see me put a form into the government to change my name to that.
Okay, well, we heard it here first, folks.
Or E-Bitch.
E-Bitch McSoy.
All right, I'm ready to have that as my name.
Do you know the definition of insanity, E-Rich?
Doing the same thing over and over again.
I mean, the pattern has been established that those who go against Trump lose. Why would you agree to this bet?
Well, this is the time in which I drink my 100 proof vodka in memoriam of our 100th episode. So,
hey!
cheers.
All right, pick one more email and then we'll move on.
All right, let's do Hentai Man Calls E-Rich Cuck. I like the sound of that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. And try not to talk over the email too much because I'm recording, or the voicemail too much because I'm recording all of this on the same track.
All right,
so
all
if
right.
they can't.
Sounds good.
Yeah, okay. Let me know when to start it.
All right, I'd say start it in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, my name's Ichise, and I run a small shit YouTube channel, and I enjoy listening to your shitty podcast while drawing my very shitty hentai, that of which you can find at my Twitter at Moe Apocalypse.
Okay, that's enough.
But anyways,
That's enough.
I just wanted to say, though, however, even though I enjoy listening to your shitty podcast, E-Rich, you are a complete fucking cuck. That Black Klansman is a Kino. I could barely fucking tolerate that shit, man. Like my ears were fucking bleeding. I was drawing hentai to that shit, and my ears were bleeding. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, feel free to take a big fucking dump on my hentai, cause it is complete shit. I tell you, like it is nasty.
What is this guy's name? Moe Apocalypse?
I thought he said Ichise or some shit. But all I know is he's very obsessed with his hentai.
Yeah, he seems to really want to promote his fucking business.
Yeah, he's leaving like a fan message to celebrate an episode of a podcast, and he spent at least 80% of it talking about how much he loves making hentai.
Yeah, holy fucking shit, man. Alright, so, yeah, I guess people didn't like the Black Klansman video.
Whoa, they didn't? What?
Why? Why, Monkey?
I
thought I made all the good points. I thought everyone would agree with everything I said.
Everybody...
What's going on?
I assumed, based on Thanksgiving dinners, that people like it when loved ones bicker and get angry over political matters that they probably shouldn't even be speaking to in the first place. I found that
talk about the same things over and over again.
It's typically super comfortable. Everybody enjoys listening to it, especially when you're supposed to be talking about a film.
I thought that's what the audience wanted.
Well, speaking of that, let's talk about to figure out by the end of this episode is Kino. We need to look back at some of our greatest hits, E-Rich. You've got episodes like the Death Wish episode. You've got things like the
Death Note episode.
Death Note. What the hell is the name of that stupid movie where Asperger kept saying jigaboo?
Was it Wrinkle in Time?
Yeah, Wrinkle in Time, another classic. Pretty much any time Asperger comes on and ruins it, it becomes a classic
I think Wrinkle
episode.
in Time was the episode in which I was just like, you know what, fuck Asperger. Like, what is he really adding here? He was, for some reason, fucking white knighting Wrinkle in Time, a movie that does not need his fucking support, but regardless, he was going to bat for it.
And speaking of unnecessarily white knighting, we had the famous Emoji Movie review, where I white knighted for the Emoji Movie.
That might be the Kinoest Kino that ever Kino.
No, I'm putting in my bid as the most Kino episode being the Sherlock Gnomes episode, which, as you may recall, begins with a 10-minute section of me talking about Adam Johnson of YMS, and then 5 full minutes of me singing the Navy SEAL copy pasta.
Oh, that was a good one. Holy shit. And then I admit that I didn't watch the movie, actually. I was falling asleep during it on my phone through most of it.
And it's one of our longest episodes, I think. Either our first or second longest episode.
I think the long ones are really gems to me because you really just have to get through a lot of it in order to get to the really good stuff. But if you do, you're a committed fan.
It sounds like a pile of shit with one kernel of gold inside.
Yeah, it's a diamond in the rough, man.
That's right. All right, let's do one more voicemail, and then I'm gonna throw you into some Is It Kino trivia questions.
All right, let's do Masturbation King. Let's get this out of the way.
Oh, good.
I assume this is just going to be a guy masturbating on audio recording.
Who can say, Rich? Who can say? Let me know when to start it.
All right, so I am starting it in 3, 2, 1. Yep.
Well, guys, you did it. 100 episodes. Congratulations, I guess. I mean, 100 isn't even an impressive milestone if you ask me. I watch easily over 100 pornos every day. But whatever. E-Rich, you're a fucking cuck. Mumkey, you Mr. Teeny looking motherfucker. Fuck you. I'm gonna go jerk off now.
Wow.
He was the Masturbation King.
He certainly was. I thought the claps at the beginning was masturbation sounds.
Well, yeah, because whenever you watch Star Wars The Last Jedi, you're both clapping and masturbating at the same time. It's like a Pavlov's dog sort of thing. You can't differentiate.
I really had to work that out, how that system works, because it's not easy. You might think that that's easy to clap while you're masturbating, but yeah, really give myself a run for my money. So I'm seeing a pattern forming here, which is that people are calling me a cuck. And that might continue.
Now, E-Rich, do you think it was a fair way for us to set this up that I got to vet the voicemails and choose which ones to bring into the show?
Yes, because I think you're an impartial secondary party. Oh wait, you're on the show. Never mind.
All right, E-Rich. E-Rich McCoy, step on down! You're the first and only contestant on The Kino is Right! E-Rich, I wanted to set up a big trivia questionnaire over Is It Kino, but I can only think of 2 questions.
Ooh.
So let's see how good E-Rich does at answering these questions. I'm going to ask you the question. They're both going to be questions where I'm looking for a number answer. And if you don't want to have an open-ended guess, or like you struggle too much, I could give you multiple choice.
Can we do the over-under rule from, what is it, Price is Right?
Or like if you go, well, no, because it's just you by yourself. The showcase, or the bidding showdown doesn't count if it's one guy. I was mistaken. One question has a number answer. The other one is one of the episodes we did. So let's do it.
Oh,
let's see if if you miss one, that's 50%. So that's still an F. So if you wanna get a passing grade, you gotta get both of these somewhat right.
All right.
E-Rich, question number 1. I went through the horrible, pointless task of adding up the time codes for all 99 episodes of Is It Kino. So my question to you is, how long will it take somebody to marathon the entire show? How close should he have to be? Like within a certain number of hours, would you say? Like what do you think is a fair range?
I think if I'm within 10 hours of it,
okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna plot it.
Okay, let's do it.
We've had 100 episodes.
Well, I didn't count this one because it's still being recorded as we speak.
Right. We've had 99 episodes, and a bitch ain't one. So I'd say most of the episodes are anywhere from 33 minutes to 45 minutes, and occasionally they're an hour and a half. So 30 times, let's just say an average of 40 minutes times 99.
Oh, no typing. Stop it, you cheating fuck.
Let's say 3,900 minutes. All right.
The answer needs to be in hours, you cuck.
Oh, God. I don't know what
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's your answer?
97. Oh, fuck. That's way too low. 150 hours.
Rich? 150 hours? Every episode would have to be over an hour long. We've had 99.
Shit! I shouldn't have drank this vodka.
You've had a sip.
All right, 90.
Do you want me just to tell you?
96 hours.
No.
96 hours.
No.
What?
49 hours, 14 minutes, 43 seconds. We have over
That's
two.
nothing. That's over 2 days.
Yeah, it's over 2 full days of Is It Kino.
That's not much.
I thought it was a lot, and you're sitting here saying, "Oh, it's probably 3 months, 4 weeks, a millennia."
Yeah, right.
All right. Well,
Holy shit. Well, I've already gotten 50% wrong.
but maybe you'll get this one right.
All right.
We've done 99 Kinos so far, you Rich, and you probably don't pay attention. You don't look back at the older ones to see what's going on with them.
Not really, no.
And I'll give you multiple choice on this one. I'll let you guess without multiple choice, and if you get it wrong, I'll give you multiple choice.
Okay.
Which Is It Kino episode has the most views? Think out loud.
I really should have looked this up. Does the main channel count? Because
Nope, only
the Death Wish review was initially on the main channel, wasn't it?
The Death Note one, yes, was, but only uploads to this channel count.
Okay, I see. The Last Jedi wasn't a. We did do a Kino. I'd say it's one of the It's the Avengers one without me on it.
That's your guess?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Okay, that it's not in the top 4.
Damn it!
I'll give you.
Right.
I'll give you the top 4. You tell me which one you think is the biggest.
Okay, all right.
The My Little Pony movie.
Mm-hmm.
The Problem with Apu documentary.
Ooh, I didn't even realize that counted for some reason. Shit.
The Emoji Movie. And Sherlock Gnomes. Which one do you think has the most views? And you get bonus points if you guess how many views it has within, I guess, 5,000 views.
I'm gonna say Emoji Movie has the and 20,000 views.
Well, Emoji Movie has 22,000 views, so you're within range. But
that was not
the most popular episode, believe it or not, is The Problem with Apu at 33,000 views.
Jesus Christ!
Isn't that crazy? All 4 of the top Is It Kino episodes are about pretty much cartoons. The Simpsons, I guess, would be the problem with Apu. We should exclusively just start reviewing these fucking animated films because they get all the big bucks. All the kids want to hear about, what Teen Titans Go were up to.
Can we do anime movies as well, or does it have to be American animated movies?
I assume they would be just as popular, if not more so, if we did those.
Right.
So you are 0 for 0, 0 for 2 on the.
And you only had 2 questions?
That's all I could think of.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean the least? How is that not one of the fucking questions? The least popular Kino video.
I don't know. I have no idea. Probably would be one of the initial first ones because people don't go back and listen to the older ones. So like something with me and Cobb probably has like 1,200. Otherwise, it would probably be. Like, what was the name of the first Coen Brothers movie? Like Blood Simple? It's probably something like that. Something old that was uploaded a long time ago, and it's a movie that came out a long time ago that nobody's ever heard of.
Nobody cares about it anymore, yeah.
All right, let's do some more voicemails, E-Rich. Which one catches your fancy next?
All right, let's do, what does Kino mean to you? I'm feeling really, earnest and genuine at this point.
Gonna get philosophical on us.
Right,
All right, let me know when to start.
All right, start it in 3, 2, 1.
Fuck you, Monkey. Your videos are shit. But I also wanted to ask you, what does Kino mean to you? Like, when something is truly deserving of the term Kino, what would that be and why? Also, thank you. Also, congrats.
My favorite part of that video is the very end, where he's just like, I actually don't have anything else to say.
It's a big question, E-Rich. 100 episodes, and still there are people who don't know what Kino means. Every comment section, somebody says, can somebody tell me what the fuck does Kino mean? Is it even English? Some people want to know. So, E-Rich,
that was my favorite meme in the comments for the longest time.
What was people not knowing what Kino means?
Yeah, people not knowing what Kino was.
Well, E-Rich, you heard the man. What does the term Kino mean to you?
I think Kino has to be like an exemplar of its, and not even good, just an exemplar. Like if it's bad, like the Emoji Movie, like the Emoji Movie is a specific type of bad, which makes it Kino, I think. Like it has to be the thing that you point to from that genre or from that category that you can say, yes, this is Kino. This is something that is the exemplar, essentially.
Yeah, I'd have to agree completely. Kino is something that reaches, at the top of the mountain, but the mountain isn't always a good mountain. It could be something that, like, just thinking off the top of my head, like a movie that has a really cool wallet in it, like the best wallet in any movie. That movie would be Wallet Kino. Or
Wallet
like
Kino. So you're saying Pulp Fiction is Wallet Kino because
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson has BMF on the.
oh
the
yeah,
wallet.
and American Psycho would be God damn it. Oh
Business card.
yeah,
Kino.
business card Kino. You got it. So Kino doesn't necessarily mean a movie is good or a movie is bad. It means that it is the top of the heap in some regard. And movies
Right.
that are not Kino mean that they're just so mediocre or I guess just good that they don't really exemplify or they don't really reach the top in any specific way. So a movie can be good
Monkey
without
Jones,
being Kino.
My question for you is The Last Jedi Kino?
Yeah, it is subverting expectations Kino. I expected it to be good, and they proved me wrong. It was pure Kino in every way.
Why did you expect it to be good?
I don't know. I've never seen a Star Wars movie that I genuinely loved, so I don't know what I was thinking.
Right.
It's because Ryan Johnson directed Ozymandias, and then he also directed Fly, and he directed Looper.
Right.
And then before The Last Jedi came out, they announced this movie is so good, we gave Ryan Johnson a new fucking trilogy. And they were saying it's like the darkest of all the films, and I thought this is gonna be the greatest movie I've ever seen. Holy shit! And I walk in, I'm like, what the?
And it
fuck?
was.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, which voicemail would you like to hear next?
Let's hear Turkey Tom. Let's hear.
Oh, okay. This one's 10 minutes, so we're not going to get all the way through it. But I really wanted to include just the opening. Let's see if you can recognize what he's doing.
Jesus, William. All right. So I'm gonna start it in. Oh God, it hasn't even loaded up the fucking time. It's so long. All right, 8 minutes long. So I'm gonna start it in 3, 2, 1, go.
If I wanted to fuck actual dogs, then I would own a dog. It's that simple. As for me being a fur fag, sorry for existing. It was either continue pursuing my passions while being open about it, or kill myself. I'm not sure what you want me to do. I'm not sure what you want me to do, have done about that.
Oh my God! Should we stop it there?
Yeah, I'm done. That's more than I can handle.
Is that the ultimate Sophie's choice?
What, killing yourself for fucking a dog?
Let him keep fucking dogs or tell him to kill himself?
That's, do you know what that was?
What?
That was when, Adam Johnson of YMS went to my comment section after I said he was a dog fucker, and he wrote like an 8-page dissertation about how he's not.
Yeah, nothing disproves someone more than writing an 8-page
fucking
summary of why you're wrong.
No, I was wrong. I admitted to being wrong. He proved me wrong. I just think it's very funny that Turkey Tom decided to read that.
What? How do you prove someone wrong when they accuse you of something so fucking vacuous as fucking dogs?
Because he took his personal safety very seriously, and he doesn't want people to think he actually abuses animals because he thought he would be physically assaulted in person, which is a very real fear to have.
Oh shit!
So,
right.
Adam Johnson is he's a great man who does not fuck dogs.
Unless you can provide documentation that every single time you've taken your dick out, you've never stuck it into a dog. Asshole or vagina, I guess.
Wait, so are you saying we can't prove that you haven't fucked a dog, Rich?
Categorically. Well, we're not talking about me, we're talking about Adam Johnson.
Oh, okay. Before we do another voicemail, I think I have one more surprise for us, if I can get it set up.
Fuck. I knew. Can we ban him?
Hello?
Burger, turn up your volume, we can't hear you.
Happy 100, guys.
Turn it up!
Happy 100, Asperger. I just removed you from my friends list.
Happy 100.
Burger, turn up your volume. We can't fucking hear you.
Why are you so fucking depressed?
Of course, you
now
immediately...
that sounds way worse. Fix it. Come on. Fix it.
You immediately remove the Mexican.
All right, Asperger, I wanted to get you on here as a surprise for episode 100 and tell E-Rich what you're here to do.
What surprise is there? I'm not surprised.
E-Rich.
What?
I have something I need to talk to you about.
Uh-huh.
E-Rich, the way you express your political views and overprotect disenfranchised people is doing way more harm than good. Okay, judging just by the comments alone, your ignorance And you're
Stop
infallibility-
typing.
What are you researching? What are you researching?
Oh, he said he took off his headset. He's not even listening. He won't even listen to a minority talk about his experience in this country.
Is he a Trump fan who's sticking his head into the sand whenever statistics and facts come in? What, isn't he against
Look,
these kind of people?
Asperger took notes. He said he was not going to scream once. He said he's going to write up a script and he's going to debate Erich once and for all, and now Erich won't even listen to it.
I'll wait.
I don't think we should wait.
I'll wait.
Erich, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm back.
Can you just let him read his stupid script and then you don't have to say anything and then he'll leave? Is that fair?
All right.
He wrote a whole script for you.
No,
right.
he needs to respond to this. This is an intervention.
Okay.
Can I have the copy of the script?
No. It's an outline, not a script.
Oh, okay.
No. Okay.
What do you think I am? That guy who debated me in Naruto podcast?
Can I have a copy of the outline?
Yeah, you can be monotone and quiet, Burger, but at least don't be quiet. Be louder.
Burger, right now I am sucking down about a third of a bottle of vodka, so you're going to be talking to impaired Erich.
Oh.
What? You have not been impaired, Erich, this whole time?
I guess it just depends on what your definition of that is, I guess.
Erich, do you realize that your debates have for sure turned centrists to the right?
Yeah, that is a bad fucking
You
side effect.
basically cannot process an opinion other than your own.
Keep going.
You think the dead air is helping you?
Yeah, and
In
speaking...
the Black Klansman podcast, you argued with Monkey over whether the slogan "Make America Great Again" was racist. Just the fucking slogan. And your argument boiled down to Trump bashing and calling him a bad president for bragging about record highs when supposedly it was Obama who did it. Well, guess what? Trump lowered the corporate tax rate, Erich. According to Bloomberg, 180 companies in the S&P 500 index saw their effective tax rate drop 6%, saving them over $13 billion. Of
If you
course,
think
the stock
the
market.
corporate tax rate is a good thing, then congratulations.
No, but guess what? Yes, of course we're having record highs in the freaking stock market because Trump gave more money to the 1%. But rather than talk about how the rich just got richer and the poverty rate continues to rise despite of this, you physically could not say anything other than Trump is a racist, therefore that slogan is racist. Which, if you freaking studied history, I don't know your relationship with history, but Ronald Reagan was the first
every
person.
great sentence is prefaced with freaking.
Ronald Reagan was the person who first coined the phrase in "Let's Make America Great Again," and you could have easily destroyed Monkey's argument by citing the actual racist Ronald Reagan. But instead,
Holy shit!
You completely coiled up like a pill bug and didn't let any point exist alongside the fact that you believe that Trump is racist and bad. And I have to ask you a question, Erich. If Trump was your boss, would you quit your job?
You mean as president or as my boss?
If he was your boss, would you quit your job?
I mean, do I have to directly relate to him and talk to him daily?
Trump. No, if you worked for
how
Trump.
am I working for him? And in what way am I working?
He is your boss.
Am I
He
seeing him
decides
every
what
day?
You do. He decides what you do, and your paycheck comes from him.
But I'm seeing him every day, or am I not?
It doesn't matter. He's your boss. Just because
You're seeing him every day on Twitter and television.
Yes, you do actually see him every day.
Is this while he's president, or is this as the head of Trump?
Right now, if you worked for Trump.
We got a cuckmate.
You didn't answer my question.
Erich doesn't want to answer because he knows he's cuckmated.
Yeah, I feel like you have an argument for either side of this. So whatever I say, you're gonna fucking call me a cuck. Anyway, I would not work for Donald Trump. No.
Oh, really? Well, guess what? In the
I
United
just
States
activated your
government,
trap card, did I?
in the United States government, there are 3 branches. Okay, and this is a history lesson. I don't know if you've ever had one of these. There's the judicial, legislative, and executive branch. The
Yes.
legislative branch creates the laws, the judicial branch interprets the laws, and the executive branch enforces the laws. The Department of Education is your employer, E-Rich.
I am not
is your
employed by
boss.
the Department of Education.
You try to be employed by the Department of Education.
I am not employed by the Department of Education.
You try to be. So is that why you're not teaching right now?
I am not employed by the Department of Education. That's all I'm fucking saying.
You said that if there is a police officer, the same precinct as someone who shot an unarmed black child, he is part of the problem if he does not leave the precinct. That he is practically condoning it. Why are you still a teacher?
Just that doesn't follow. That doesn't.
No. You work for the same manager.
In this no. This doesn't make any fucking sense, Asperger. In this explanation or this reasoning, I'm saying that within the precinct you're in, like directly, people you talk to every goddamn day, the person that you work with is committing bad, awful crimes. If you don't quit that precinct and don't add to the public idea that that precinct is a good thing and is an adding to the community. See, I'm fucking drunk, so I'm fucking slurring my speech. That is bad. You are adding to that bad thing. Even if you're a good person, you are adding to the reputation of this precinct and saying that it's a good thing that you're on this fucking thing. If they have the community support because of your part in that precinct, that's a bad thing. With a teacher, a fucking teacher is working for the Department of Education, sure, but they don't have to toe the line with any kind of policy. Certainly there's larger issues with the Department of Education itself, but a teacher, fucking, I don't know. It's not the same as somebody you see every goddamn day of your life.
If there is an
having to
executive
kowtow
order
and-
saying, if there's an executive order saying that you cannot teach evolution anymore, you would not be able to teach evolution anymore.
I don't need to teach fucking evolution.
Well, okay, you can't talk about the Holocaust anymore. You would not be able to talk about the Holocaust. You do.
No. I would talk about the Holocaust, and then I'd be fired. Like that's what I'm about.
So you'd
I
be
will
a
gladly
martyr.
risk my job if it means educating whatever.
So then why haven't you quit yet?
I don't
Because
work.
that executive
as a
order
teacher.
doesn't exist.
Yeah, and that fucking executive order doesn't exist. You made it up off the top of your fucking head.
You work. Not
Idiot.
only do you work for the same man. Not
Burger.
only do you work.
You can rightly call me out for all the bullshit that I say, and that is totally something that you should call me out on. But you're as big of an idiot or bigger.
Why? Not only do you work for Donald Trump, Eric, you pay his wages and you pay that cop that shot that unarmed black kid's wages. Your money.
Do I have to listen to this? Is there anything
Your
stopping
money
me
is
from not
killing Iraqi children as we speak. Okay, That is burning-
Everyone's money. Everyone's money is
and
contributing to that.
you condone it because you're still a part of this society.
There has to be a remove when you're fucking like 4 or 5 government bureaucracies away from the thing that's directly doing that, man.
Your local police department is something that you see every day.
If you directly are part of something that is bad and doing bad things, and your good name is going towards the reputation of that bad thing, and you are still there, you are making a mistake.
Is the Department of Education part of the government?
Yes. I'm
Is
not
it,
part
Donald,
of the
is it
fucking
currently-
Department of Education. I'm
Have you-
racist by that.
Have you worked for the Department of Education before?
No, I've never worked for the Department of Education. Do you know what employment is? Do you know what that's about?
So you've only worked at private schools.
No.
So then what kind of schools do you work at?
But, public schools are not run by the Department of Education. They're run by a bunch of other things, including local and state-run things, which is not the Department of Education, which is a federal fucking department.
The federal Department of Education runs this, tells the guidelines.
That's like
to the
saying
state
because
department.
fucking some hedge banker or something like that is part of the company that you run, that any part of that is bad. Like,
You mean
there's
like how I should
levels
quit
of it.
my job at the precinct if there's a bad cop?
Find another fucking precinct that actually represents your values and actually stands up
So
to the
find
officers
another fucking
who are
Department
good
of
and works
Education.
there.
Go to a
There
different
is
country.
no other Department of Education, you fucking idiot.
It's called any of the other 300 countries that exist in the world.
that is so far from what we're actually talking about here.
All
You
right,
sound like
Burger.
a
Do you have
complete
any other
idiot.
points, or can we go back to the fun episode?
Yeah, keep going with your outline.
Not only do you pay for
Not
this
only
man
am I
that shoots
extensively
like you,
trained in unarmed warfare, but
you
I
have the
have
audacity.
access to the. Go ahead.
There's only
You
one way
have
to
the
say this.
audacity
Monkey.
to you have the audacity to tell me, a Hispanic man, that I am wrong about my views on my own race. You said that it's not illegal for an illegal immigrant to break the law. That isn't even proper syntax, Rich. That is
No.
logic that you were damaged.
Here's my confusion. Like, I have to say that I was wrong there. I said that thing. I had an idea in my head. That idea was unformed and ill met because it obviously wasn't good.
He was operating on feels, not reels, folks.
Feels not reals, absolutely.
So you got him, Asperger. You got him to admit once that he was wrong. Is that enough? Are you happy?
No, because I need to talk about the race card.
Okay.
What is the deal with
airline food?
See, I'm drunk, so I'm sabotaging myself here. But going over the border is not a crime; it's a misdemeanor. So while the person committing the offense is doing something illegal, they are not a criminal because it's not an actual crime. So when I was talking about legal is not illegal, that kind of shit, I was talking on my ass, obviously. But a misdemeanor is not a crime. Unless you do it multiple times, you are not explicitly a criminal. So many times the words slung at people who come over the border is that they're criminals. And not only just they're criminals because they did something else, but it's the actual thing of coming over the border makes them a criminal. They're not criminals. They're people who commit the misdemeanors. When you try to create this false dichotomy and say that they are not people, they're just criminals, you try to dehumanize them. You try to make people see them as a different thing than they are, and which is just people. And I think the people that are seeking asylum in the U.S. from dangerous and awful situations in, for example, Honduras, where the gang issues there are awful, the drug trade there is awful, and anybody who is leaving there because they can't find a good life for themselves and trying to come to America is the exact reason why America exists in the first place. So when you say that that is some fucking awful thing that those people should come here, yeah, I might have to check my privilege because you're POC and I'm not. But I think that there are legit reasons why we shouldn't look at everyone coming over here as criminals and should instead weigh their basis as trying to seek asylum of some kind.
But you were arguing so far to say that because
yeah, I'm an idiot.
Capita,
I'll fucking admit it right goddamn. I'm an idiot.
You need to stop, E-Rich. You need to stop.
Okay, can you like actually talk to me about this, or you just have your points and you're just gonna spread your creed?
The way you talk down to people you perceive as wrong or racist, and the way that you refuse to listen to any argument other than your own, only hardens the hearts of those you oppose.
I mean, would my ideas or sayings or speech have any effect on them even if I was right?
Yes.
I don't think necessarily it would.
I believe that you have for the most part been right, but the way that you treat people, the way you treat Trump supporters as invalids, and you sit in your ivory tower, scoffing and looking down upon people who are just...
I'm going to get real with you for a second. I went to a public college, and I am $30,000+ in debt. I have no ivory tower from which to cling to. Like, you can say anything to me, but, like, do not call me an ivory tower fucking elite.
I think he means an ivory tower of morality, that you think you're morally better.
Morality or intellectualism, where I say that I'm smarter or better than
I'm
somebody
saying that
else.
you think you're intellectually better than everybody. You scoff and look down upon not just racists, but people who are afraid of losing their jobs.
Why should I not look down on racists?
Because you think that anybody who disagrees with you is a racist. These are people who are afraid of losing their jobs, who are afraid of crimes, who are afraid for their
And
families.
I'll tell you what, losing your jobs has nothing to do with Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump will guarantee that you lose your fucking jobs. He promised the fucking carrier people that they would have their jobs, and then a month later, they didn't have their jobs.
And where did those jobs go?
I don't fucking know.
They went to Mexico.
But
all
he
the
promised that they
HVAC
would
companies.
go, and then he didn't keep his promise.
And neither did Obama. Where's my clean coal that Obama promised? Where's the troops out of Iraq that Obama promised? Just because a president promises something, just because the president
Obama
that you
led one
like,
of the biggest withdrawals from Iraq. That was one of the biggest Fox News talking points. Was that he was.
we ramped up for a while there. It took him 2 terms. He said it within the year. Guantanamo is still open, for God's sakes. Just because you like one president and you don't like the other doesn't mean that their lives are.
Look, I dislike Obama as much as any honestly thinking liberal would, which is that he has a lot of talk, but then he doesn't follow up on it. But he did a lot of good things. Ultimately, he couldn't deliver on everything he said. But which president can? Quite honestly.
So then why are you so far up Trump's ass over this?
Because the things he were promising in the first place was never realistic and never doable. And then when he can't do it, as he has shown he can't, he either blames it on someone else as the problem as to why it's not getting done, or he takes credit for the effects or benefits of someone else's fucking work.
It's no bigger a fairy tale than universal health care or no American meddling in.
I mean, you can look at any European country and see that universal health care fucking works.
Not here. Not in.
We've never tried it here. We've tried to fucking compromise.
I said
the whole
enact you.
system.
I said enacting it. Obama said he was going to bring universal
Monkey,
health
can
care.
you fucking ban him or take him off?
Yeah, I think we've lost
What
all
is
the
he adding?
listeners now. I think.
I just wanted to ask you one question.
Is there anything else? Is there another
Just
point
one-
that you have to make here?
Just one last question.
Right.
Is it
You
Kino?
wanted Trump. You wanted Trump to distance You wanted Trump to distance himself from the KKK support.
Uh-huh.
And Iris, since you are trying to be employed for any public school, since you drive these roads, since your internet is on, since your utilities are good and you're safe, I have to ask.
Wait, what does the internet have to do with the government?
It's regulated by a utility, and the power lines aren't going down like in India.
No, net neutrality was all about saying that the ISPs have all the power and the government has no.
I'm talking about the government. I'm talking about the internet actually reaching your house, not net neutrality. I'm talking about the internet.
Yeah, the fucking individual corporation is responsible for that, not the fucking
I'm
government.
talking about the fact that if somebody chops down a power line, it gets repaired. Okay? And you want Trump to distance himself from the support of the KKK.
The power lines are done by
you,
PP&L.
I ask you, Erich, before you try and find some way out of here, some crack in the wall for your slimy liberal lizard body to squeeze through. If you want Trump to distance himself from the support of the KKK, when are you going to distance yourself from the support of Trump?
Of what?
Of Trump.
You have. So you are at the zenith. You are at the very top of this logical argument pyramid. But the problem is, every step of this pyramid is fucking faulty and crumbling, and you can't support it. So you're standing on top of a fucking anthill and saying "Oh, this argument is so fucking rock solid. You can't say you don't work for Trump."
You might not work for Trump, but you're still reaping all the benefits.
I don't work for Trump.
You still drive on his roads? On his free roads?
He did not institute
You pay his salary.
a policy that put those roads into existence or made those roads better.
You pay for Trump's meals, Rich.
He paid for the taco bowl?
Essentially.
You are paying for all the
Essentially,
taco
you're saying,
Bell.
I am a taxpayer, which, yes, I am.
Yes, and
Is that the end-all, be-all of your argument?
Yes, because you said that a cop should leave the precinct.
No, but that's direct. That is right next to you. That is
his cop works with him.
Sandusky.
I'm talking.
That's like Sandusky and Paterno shit. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about fucking your taxes going to pay the U.S. military. Obviously, that is fucked up and awful, especially if you don't support the U.S. military and its actions overseas and shit. But you have so little control of that. You have so little. I am talking about the things you have control over, the things you can immediately address and actually make change in the world for.
What change in the world does it do when you refuse to serve the public because somebody else in your building is an asshole?
But if you're part of an overall system that encourages and says that that asshole has the ability to go around and kill people without any kind of redress, then you should take a stand against that because it immediately affects you, everyone like you, and what the system itself says.
Yes, and you're in the system with Donald Trump.
Monkey, can we fucking... This is the second...
You know, the intention for episode 100 is to really be a sample platter at Applebee's of all their best appetizers, and we've given you the yucks, the chucks, we've talked about the fans in the comments, and now we had the 25-minute awful political discussion. So this really is the embodiment of Is It Kino in this one episode.
We've done it, but we forgot the one thing: the obligatory Asperger jigaboo and quadroon.
Now you said it.
Asperger,
Happy 100, boys.
Thank you for being here, Asperger. Go have sex with Jackie while we finish up.
Asperger, real quick. Thank you for being part of this, and thank you for putting up with my bullshit.
Of course, I love you.
Love you, dude.
You guys are
The problem
gay.
is I'm on your side, and it infuriates me that you argue this way.
No, I'm the first person to admit that I'm bad. Like, I'm not good at arguing.
Oh shit! I accidentally banned Asperger. Oops.
Oh, I finally got my wish.
Yeah. Okay. E-Rich, that was fun. Let's finish off the show with the rest of these voicemails, and let's get some more pep in our step. Which one do you want to hear next? What are you smoking a bong over there?
I just took a big swallow of vodka. That was not fun.
Uh-oh.
All right. What's next?
You get a pick.
Oh, I get to pick. Oh yeah. Snake.
All right.
Snake.
I think
Snake.
you might be more on the money than you could possibly think, E-Rich. Let me know when to start.
Yes. All right. Oh, it started on its own.
Well, pause it.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah, tell me when to start.
3, 2, 1.
Otacon, this is Snake. I've managed to sneak my way into the Monkey channel. Oh, Snake, be careful. I've never seen autism levels this high. Autism? Yes, Snake. The U.S. president seems to have sent you in to take out an autistic monkey. Boy, I hope somebody got fired.
That was a high quality clip right there.
I don't know if they could hear it very well over you laughing, but hopefully they could.
Oh, that sucks.
You were much louder than that voicemail was.
So
what was that? I didn't hear you. What?
It was a Metal Gear Solid reference, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. All right, where should we go next, E-Rich?
All right, how did we meet? Question.
Oh, good question. Good question. I wonder what this one could be about. What sort of? Well, maybe he'll ask us a question in this voicemail. Who could say? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
All right, let me know.
It inexplicably started playing them automatically, which it seems to do for everything else.
That's fine. As long as we both hit restart at the same time, we'll be fine.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up, Monkey and E-Rich? It's BFL Griffin. I just want to say congrats on 100 episodes. Is It Kino is one of my favorite podcasts, and I listen to it like at least a few times a week at work. It's helped me get through some pretty shitty days. And I really just hope that the podcast keeps going until, you guys fucking hate each other. So I've got a couple questions. My first question is, how did the two of you meet and start collabing? And my second question is for E-Rich. And that is, how many big black cocks has your girlfriend taken while you watched?
Oh, that's a great one. That is classic.
Yeah.
So the first question, how did we meet? Monkey, you want to take this one since we want to take the big black fox question?
Yeah. We've been over this a few times, but we met in a Facebook fan page for a podcast called the Flophouse Podcast, which is ironically, or maybe unironically, or whatever term you want to use, a movie review podcast, which inspired us to do this show. This is a show that only exists because of the Flophouse. And because we met in that Facebook group, we became friends. And when I was doing a 48-hour film festival thing a few years ago, I told E-Rich about it, and he wanted to fly down and be in it, and he was.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it's still up, I believe. what was that called? It was Snap Crackle Cop.
Snap Crackle Cop.
It's up on this channel. It's the first time we met in person, and we made a movie. And that was the birth of what is destined to become, as he said, a hateful relationship.
Absolutely. I mean, it does my heart good to see that somebody enjoys this show and listens to it at work and stuff. And I can't wait to see the feud that happens between you and me, and we eventually split off and start to hate each other.
Yeah, I have to imagine
I really can't wait for those days.
one of us will sue the other guy for $20 million as a result. So I'm looking forward to that.
Some real Mysterio shit.
Yep. So now you can answer your part of the question.
All right, so how many black cocks have I seen my girlfriend take?
Gotta really think about it.
At least 6, but several have been through webcam, so I've been trying to determine how many through imaging software.
Yeah. It was a dark room, so you couldn't see the dark cock.
Right. It can be hard sometimes, but at least 6, as many as 18. So there you go.
All right. I don't know if you memorized which ones we've already done, but I already forgot, so hopefully we don't have a repeat.
I'm pretty sure right now. Let's do E-Rich review. I can't wait to be reviewed by someone.
Oh, you think that E-Rich review means he's reviewing you?
I assume so, yeah.
Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, who knows?
It's like an employee review.
2 minutes long, this is a big one.
All right, so I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Dr. Monkey, I'm Brown. I've been trying to attract people to Kino. But I don't get to bring friends. They're not really my friends, though. Don't worry, no charge for them. And it's all because of that little cuck soy boy, E-Rich. Who paid you to co-host E-Rich? Like, have you seen his tweets about him in movie theaters? He didn't watch so good. So tell me about E-Rich. And why does he wear the mask in the artwork for Kino? When you were complaining about your movie sucks in one of the fucking episodes, I don't remember which, he was just riding your little coattails, no opinion of his own. And that's a lot of loyalty for a co-host. They're supposed to clash, but they don't clash, do they? And I was just wondering, if you just pulled him from the channel, would it die? Or would it just be extremely painful? And I don't think so. It's not like he's a looker. I've seen him in the movie Monkey Jones Stops the School Shooting, and he's a big guy. For you, Monkey, to try and bring on your personal friend into this, was making it shit part of your plan? Well, congratulations. You have a shit co-host now. And so what's the next step of your master plan? Crashing the channel with no survivors? Now enough Bane posting. I legitimately wanted to ask you, why the fuck haven't you brought back Insufferable Social Media Argument podcast with Asperger and E-Rich? You know how fucking entertaining that'd be? Because, well, truth be told, internet, fucking ISMA podcast is the reason why, watched Monkey in the first place. So bring that back on with fucking E-Rich, and your channel's gonna get a whole lot better. Yeah. Just saying, it's fucking hilarious watching Asperger and E-Rich fight.
Oh, he's gonna like this episode.
ISMA would be a perfect platform for that. And hey, you went on DigiStream a while back. I don't think he'd mind you too much. But yeah, E-Rich is a cuck, and I totally kicked his ass in that soy wars debate. All right. Oh my god, that was amazing. So we've got the obvious Bane post.
There's got to be somebody out there who was just so confused during that whole thing and didn't understand what was happening.
What is he talking about? Why is he saying these things?
It's just all scrambled and all over the place. What's he talking about?
No, but that was legitimately one of the funniest things I've heard this year, because I love Bane posting.
Yeah.
Like, Bane posting is a spiritual part of my being at this point. So anything that reaches out to that is one of my favorite things ever. So thank you very much, Brent, for doing that.
Yeah, good job, Brant. As far as bringing back the ISMA podcast with E-Rich and Berger, fat chance of that one, my friend. I think I would
go insane within the first 2 episodes and be like, fuck this.
The closest thing you would get is me doing it with Asterios, but I wouldn't hold your breath for that one either, Brant. But
that'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. If I did something like that, we would just start a different podcast. I wouldn't continue a show without half of the show being there, you know?
Right. Do you have claim to that title?
No, he paid for the artwork and he came up with the title. So,
Ugh.
I mean, I wouldn't want to continue it without him anyway.
Right.
Which one do you want to go to next?
I want to go to Brazil fan. I want to see what our Brazilian fan supposedly has.
We have to assume that they would perform very well in the World Cup. They would not lose 7-1.
All right, I'm listening to it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, greetings from Brazil. So, first of all, why did my wife left me for her boyfriend? I don't seem to understand why that happened. Hey Rich, can you help me on that?
Can you help him out?
Oh, this is incredible. So Brazil fan, I don't know what exactly your name is, but I'll just call you Brazil fan. You're what's commonly referred to as a cuck. I'm familiar with this in some way, shape, or form. It's when your significant other or loved one decides to seek out another sexual partner for their own pleasure and your embarrassment. If you get off to this, you're a fucking loser.
Whoa.
And you should probably seek someone else. But if you like the person you're with and they like someone else, hey man, whatever fucking floats your boat. I don't give a shit. Good luck, man.
Yeah, sorry about. I think he said his wife left him for her boyfriend. I think
right.
I think your wife having a boyfriend should have been the red flag in the relationship. But I'm glad you could get
several flags before then. But yeah, the red flag is really bad.
I'm glad you thought to get counsel from E-Rich on this matter, though. I think it was an appropriate person to ask about.
I am the beta cuck of existence, and I am extremely drunk right now, so I should be able to give advice. You should be very, very happy where you are right now.
All right, according to my calculations, we have 4 left. I think we have Hates E-Rich and Mumkey, Cancerous Mole, Feature-Length Film, and Typical Fan.
I've skipped most of the first half of this list, so let's try Hates E-Rich and Mumkey.
All right. Here we go.
If it's not incredibly obvious, I'm extremely drunk at this point.
Well, we're almost done. Don't worry, buddy. We'll get you safely
Excellent.
home. We'll get you an Uber to drive home.
Excellent. All right, so let's start in 3, 2, 1, go.
I hate E-Rich, and I hate Mumkey for letting E-Rich stay on the show. Asperger is really the only reason I have for living at this point.
Wow.
Well, he's also going to enjoy this episode, because there was plenty of Asperger fun.
Right, absolutely. I see that as a direct attack against my personhood. Like, E-Rich as a entity is extremely offended by this. I am triggered, if you will. So
Cucks usually are.
Fuck you.
Wow, okay.
Anybody who sees Asperger is greater than me can fuck off.
Oh, I think you might not like. Well, no, I think most of those I left off. They didn't make it to the cutting table. But
oh, good.
Let's go to this.
Thank you for giving my hug box huggable.
Oh no, I'll bring him in future episodes. We've got over 100 that we're not going to get to play. Let's go to Cancerous Mole next.
Is this the next 100 episodes? Is me seeing voicemails and shit?
Yeah, I think. As long as we have, the Is It Kino voicemail inbox available, we might as well end every episode with a handful of emails. Why not? Or voicemails.
The fucking E-Rich, emotional distress meter is that as high as it will ever be.
Yeah, recording episodes of this podcast is going to go from something that you enjoy and look forward to like a chore that it's like, time for me to get bullied for half an hour. Great. Can't wait.
I've got to hear some from rando fucking online about shit. Sounds good.
All right, let me know when to start Cancerous Mole.
All right, Cancerous Mole is next up. All right, he is about to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, Mumkey, big fan. I've been wanting to ask you a question for quite a while. I'm really curious if this black spot on my neck is cancer or not. It looks more like a mole than anything, but it kind of hurts when I touch it and randomly causes a pulsating feeling around it. Though that might just be my poor sleeping habits. Thanks.
Alright, so, Monkey, do you have any medical advice for this poor young man?
Here's the thing. I announced, hey, we're going to do episode 100 celebration. Send in a voicemail to, you talk about the show, and that's what he sent in. He just wanted medical advice on his mole. This could have been sent in for any reason. I don't know how this ended up in the Is It Kino voicemail inbox.
So, Monkey, is it cancerous? Yes or no?
Is cancer Kino, I think, is the real question, and the answer to both of these questions is yes. Good luck to Cancer Mole Boy.
You definitely have a problem here, my dude.
I think it's safe to say he will not be around to submit a voicemail for episode 200.
I'd say definitely asking two film hosts of a YouTube podcast your advice for medical information is definitely a good choice.
Yep.
Keep making those kinds of choices and you'll probably live for a long time.
Probably it's a good financial choice because it didn't cost them anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You go to a doctor, you get fucking bullshit like,
yeah,
we gotta take an MCAT or we gotta take a fucking...
Obama told me I could keep my doctor. It was a lie. Therefore, he is racist. All right, let's do the voicemail called Typical Fan. This is from one of our typical fans, if you can't tell.
Oh my god. All right, so I am ready to listen to this in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, what's up, Monkey and E-Rich? I'm a really big fan of the show. I just want to say, Monkey is a nigger!
E-Rich is a psycho!
Commitment.
That's dedication.
Hell yeah!
So yeah, keep up the good work, guys.
Alright, so are you an N-word, Monkey?
According to our typical fan, I am. I have to imagine...
I'm also a soy cuck. This is a revelation.
Yeah, the amalgamation, if that's even a word. Just guess what I mean by that. If you combined all of our fans together, I think that voicemail is the most common denominator or whatever the fuck.
Right, that's the ultimate representation of what our fans sound like.
Yeah, that's all of them combined together to form one perfect being.
Excellent.
All right, let's do this
Do we have
last
anything else left?
Yeah, feature-length film. I think this is another serious one. We should have ended on the funny one, but let's go for the last voicemail of the night.
Right. All right, I'm able to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Mumkey, have you ever tried or wanted to get into making a full feature-length film? And if you have, what would you do for it? Also soy boy cuckery, whatever it is people are submitting. Also, yeah.
Oh my god, he has no question for me. What is your feature-length film? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's either the Elliot Rodger biopic, of course.
Right.
Or the God and Jesus movie, where I take God and Jesus and they go on a wacky adventure using their superpowers.
Oh my god, so what is the 3-act structure of the Elliot Rodger movie?
I think you gotta go with, early days in Act 1. Then you get the Twisted World in Act 2, where he gets into high school and things really start going south. And then Act 3 is Act 3 begins when he moves to Isla Vista, and he's in the darkest part of his life, and he sees all these fucking Chads and Stacys everywhere. And I imagine the final 10 to 15 minutes of the film is the Day of Retribution itself. But who can say? Who knows?
Right. I imagine the last third of this movie is really kicks off. It's like, holy shit, these guys are awful. Let's kill them all. Let's kill all the Chads. Let's kill all.
I can hear
everyone.
I can hear every ounce of alcohol that you've drank tonight in your voice.
You can hear it, can't you?
Yes.
Holy shit. All right.
Do you have No, I guess you don't have school tomorrow. We're doing this on a Friday, aren't we? No, today's Thursday.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you hungover E-Rich teaching kids tomorrow morning?
Absolutely. I'm 5:30 going to work.
Fuck, it's midnight. All right, E-Rich,
Yeah,
we've come to the end of episode Spectacular 100. We have to answer the question once and for all. And I think based on the Asperger portion of this episode, I might know the answer. But, is it Kino? Is it Kino?
It is not Kino.
Oh, well.
It's not worth watching. It's not worth consuming. It's not worth putting your time into. There's no reason why you would watch this thing. If you are seriously watching this video up to this point in the watch time, you are a fucking loser. And you should probably not be watching this. Like, that is ultimately what you need to take from this, is change your life. You have a different path from what this show has given you. I cannot pronounce words correctly because I am so fucking drunk.
When we defined Kino earlier in the program today, we said it's something that excels in one field or another for better or worse.
Right.
And honestly, I don't think I would classify our show as Kino either, E-Rich. Because
that's a good choice.
Because really, we could have better audio quality. We just recording a Discord call, so it's like it's a 3 out of 10 audio quality for half of it.
That's what you're gonna get. Yeah.
We aren't insightful when it comes to film review. Like when neither one of us have studied film in a major way. We're just two guys who really like movies and see more. We probably go to the movies more than 95% of human beings on Earth.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily. It doesn't qualify us to have an opinion that is educated. We just offer our own opinion on everything. Most of the time, the show is unlistenable, not because of the audio quality, but because we'll go off topic in a way that nobody wants to hear, which I imagine most of the comments on this episode are expressing due to maybe a few choice segments of the program tonight. Neither one of us are particularly funny either. At least when you listen to the Flophouse, those guys aren't film experts either. But Elliot Kalin is always making me chuckle, nonstop.
They're like comedy experts. Like, there's no way that you can listen to that and say, "Oh yeah, Kino is like that." No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
We're not funny.
We're not funny. We're not insightful. We're not educated in film. We don't stay on topic a lot. And we're not even a good friend simulator. Like, you could get a better friend simulator from watching any Red Letter Media video. So really, I don't think we excel in any particular field. So in that regard, I would not consider the program to be Kino.
So it's not Kino, is what you're coming down on. Like, it's not worth listening to. It's
No.
Exemplar of its genre. It's not worth listening to in any way.
No.
We're basically warning people off from this show.
No, E-Rich, like I said, Kino can mean a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, we're just so submerged in mediocrity. As you would say in the Ocean's 8 review, we are serviceable, I think. We're not Kino, but for a lot of people listening at home, for one reason or another, whether they are just really bored or they want to hear more of their good pals Monkey and E-Rich talking, we are providing a service to them. This is serviceable, but it's definitely not Kino.
This is literally the average person talking to the average person.
Yeah.
Video review.
When it comes to... If you combined you and me together, we would be the average height and weight of the average man.
That is amazing. Like, that is the most average person ever.
Yeah.
And I think that is an accomplishment. We are the most average person
Are we the Kino of averageness?
We are. We have to be.
So we are Kino.
We are Kino! We're Kino!
Yeah, we did it!
We accomplished it!
Yes!
We've done it.
The Kino of serviceable! We fucking did it! Everybody...
We deliver the film criticism and the bullshit opinions and the, I don't know, some other
and the drunkenness.
Internet shit.
Folks, if you've listened this long, not just to this episode, but to this show... I applaud you. I thank you for coming back time after time. I doubt there's anybody out there who has listened to all 100 episodes, and I would not even advise anybody to put themselves through that. But if you've been listening for a while, if you're just jumping in for some reason, welcome to episode 100. But we're 100 episodes in, Rich, and I say, here's to the next 100 episodes. What do you say?
Once I get to 100 episodes, I will move on to something harder than Smirnoff vodka. I will be drinking Maker's Mark, let's say.
And by then
I'm
your
Smirnoff right now.
By then your legal name will be E-Bitch McSoy or whatever we agreed on.
When Trump wins the 2020 election,
which he will,
I will be a different person.
Yeah, but
so
legally and physically and mentally.
Absolutely. You'll be listening to a different podcast at that point. So yeah. Look forward to that.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. We love you all so much. It means a lot that so many people are still tuning in, 100 episodes in. And we will see you next time. Asperger will be joining us again to discuss a certain puppety movie. What could it be? Can you think of any major puppet-related movies that might be in theaters right now, E-Rich?
The Miseducation of Cameron Post, maybe?
I think that's an LA, New York exclusive for the time being.
Yeah, it's going to be a while since we get that one.
Yeah. Alrighty, we'll see you next time, folks.
I'm so fucking drunk.